Good afternoon, guys. It's Carissa here from Before You Renovate. I wanted to bring you a podcast today outside in the beautiful bay. This is the bay around Balmain and Leichhardt, I think I am. Love doing this morning walk, and I thought, hey, this is the perfect time for me to give you guys a really good talk about time equals money. A really key fact I want to mention, because the problem is most people that go to renovate think, okay, I'm going to save money if I do these things myself, if I coordinate this myself, if I arrange the trades myself, if I even do some of the work myself. And that is true. However, we don't factor in the time that we are putting in. So if we were to pay someone to do it, but we're doing it instead, how much are we then paying ourselves? And just allocating that doesn't mean you're actually going to pay yourself the money, but allocate that, because then when you're working out your budget and your profit, you know that if the next job you put someone in to help you with the reno, you can still make money. And time equals money. No one does things for free. No one's time is unlimited, and no one's time is not valuable. So if you're running a reno over running your business or doing your job, or maybe even spending time with your kids, what does that then mean to you as a figure, as monetary wise, and as just your life in general? And what most people do is they might run a reno to one of their properties as their full-time job, different story, or on the side while they've got a job or while they've got a business. But what they miss is if they're spending 2 hours going through trade quotes, that 2 hours, how much more money could they make if they're doing their business? Or if they're taking time off work, or they're taking a month off, and I've had people tell me they've taken a month off work to go renovate their house. So does that work or not? It's all about doing the right due diligence to understand what's actually adding the most amount of value to your time. So I just wanted to make sure you guys think about, when you're planning your reno, factor in your time as well. You can't get time back, but what you can do is value your time enough that you can use it to make the most amount of money that you can. Because the more money you make, the more your life can change, the more opportunities you create, the more your future can be less stress, less financially pressure, more financial freedom. You're not compound to, I can't do that because I don't have the money. I can't do that because I'm too busy doing this. You've got more exposure to things. You've got more opportunity. So think about every aspect when you go, oh, I'm going to go renovate myself. Plan it to make sure that you factor in what does it cost you to do those jobs. Then I also want you to think about what it would cost you to do that when you're not experienced in it. So if you've done multiple renos and you know the in and outs, then that's fantastic. I'm referring to people that are the first time doing a reno. Now, if that's something that you want to build for future, and you want to get in and out and learn now, perfect. Just get the right education would be my first advice. Get a workshop, follow us that can guide you, so you're learning from a professional while you're doing it for your property. So you can learn, you can absorb, you're educating yourself, you're growing yourself, you're expanding your knowledge. So one, you're going to get a better result. You're going to do it in a better time. You're going to save as much money as possible. And then you'll maximize your ROI because you've got someone guiding you. You're still doing it, but at least you've got someone helping you in assisting on making the decisions that are going to work to get the best you can. Don't try to wing it yourself if it's something that you've never done before. You can research, no problem, but having someone just put some guide to you would be a better result. Just as a business coach, just as a personal trainer, anyone can lose weight by eating healthy and just going to the gym, but how much more effective and how much better and faster could the result be if they invested in a trainer? If the trainer guided them to how to eat, what to eat, when to eat, that worked in with their routine, their lifestyle, when they eat now, when they don't, when they're hungry, when they're not, when they crave, when they have burnouts, when they're most energetic. This is when they should train. This is when you should eat this. Someone guiding you through how you can get the most out of your health, your well-being, and your weight loss journey would get you a better result faster, because you're getting expertise from someone that knows it in and out. So it's the same when you're renovating. Yes, you want to do it for yourself, but how can you learn? What can you learn? How can you utilize the right resources to be able to help you get to the result quicker, get to the result with a better outcome, so you're making more money on it, you're getting more profit. It's not that I'm saying go and get a builder and go and get him to do everything and then pay $100,000 margin. I'm talking about if you want to run your reno, but have someone guide you so you know your strategy is right, you know you're doing the right things, you know you're using the right materials. They're guiding you to what to look for, how to look for it, what research to do, who to talk to get your strategy down. I can tell you guys now, the blueprints I design, my team designs in my Refurb to Invest company, even with our expertise, are not a one-day thing. We can be there for 3-4 weeks, writing up scopes, drawing up plans, coming up with the right strategy, coming up with the right layout. Sometimes we might draw the kitchen 3 times and then we have a brain fart, like I like to call them. Then we go, oh my God, I've got the best idea. And it's about thinking outside the box. It's about what can we do to get more out of it. Don't just do a kitchen for the sake of doing a kitchen. Plan it. How can you make it look more amazing? How can you make it more functional? You're spending the money on it anyway. It doesn't change your price if you add a bin space. It doesn't change your price if you do more cupboards, or you do a cupboard that the door's that size, or if you make it symmetrical, or if you, it's all same. So don't just do it for doing it. And that's the problem a lot of people do, is they just renovate just to quickly renovate. Take the time to do it properly, get the right help, use your resources properly so you're getting the most out of the whole thing. Then learn, educate. So if you want to continue doing it, you then know for next time. You know how to do it next time. And really, really important to make sure you put the time into understanding everything about your project. Every detail. What's the layout? What's the process of doing the bathroom reno? What do you start with? What's next? What's third? What's fourth? What do you end with? How does the kitchen work? What's the timeline? So should I have the Sparky come do the fit off for the kitchen and the bathroom at the same time? Is that going to save me money? Should this happen? Should that happen? Who do I need on day 1? Who do I need on day 3? Have I locked them in advance? Understand it's not just your design and your strategy. It's how to price. It's checking the quotes off. It's scheduling the works to be correct in the right order with the right sufficient time to make sure that the trades have enough time, but you're not expanding the time too much that then you're taking an extra 3 weeks that you don't need to take. Time equals money. Every week that it's vacant means rental. Every week that it's vacant, you're paying a mortgage. Every week that it's vacant means a risk of going to market to sell and the market changing. Maximize your time. So does that mean you need someone to help you? Does that mean you need to learn from someone to make sure you're doing it right? Does that mean you have enough experience to do it on your own? Have you planned out what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, how long it's supposed to take, and have you factored in your time? Factor in your time. Everything takes time. So when are you doing it? How are you doing it? How much time is it going to take you? Because if you've got to do it outside of your job and you're going to take 8 weeks and someone else could do it for you in 4 weeks, how much are you then losing in the rent? How much are you losing in paying your mortgage? Think of all of that. You're paying interest. What are you paying? What are you losing? What are you risking doing it all yourself without the right guidance and expertise? Time equals money. I know a lot of people that get into property full time that used to run their own renos, but then once they got their head around knowing the in and outs, they then have people doing it, but they use that time to get the next property ready, to source the next property, so they can then be ready to buy that one. So when that one goes on, they've got the funds to then buy the next one. Now, obviously, everyone's property journey is different. Everyone's goal is different. Everyone's expertise is different. And everyone's plan of what they want to do and what they know they can do is different. So if you're really, really wanting to get more into the property journey, source the right people that can help you. How can you learn more? How can you grow your expertise so you become an expert in that field for yourself? You become an expert in knowing what is meant to be done and not meant to be done, so you're not relying on trades to tell you the information that you think is right, but it's really not. That works for them, but that doesn't work for your outcome. That works for them, doesn't always work for your outcome. So you need someone on your side that's going to save you time, that's going to guide you in the right way that works for you and your outcome. Not necessarily the trades are going to be like that. And I've got amazing trades that I work with. But do they know what's going to be most cost effective? Do they know the fastest way or which day they should come in that works better for the whole project? Not always. They come in when they know that they want to come in because that works better for them. Less risk of them doing this, and more time, faster, they can do it faster because they don't have to worry about this. So always think, the more knowledge you have, the better. But time equals money. So don't put more time into something than you should. Utilize your resources, get the help you need so you can get your time better. But just stop and think about, in every aspect of your life, time equals money. So where could you delegate something else to get more time back in order to do more of that that's going to make you more money? Or in order to do more of that that's going to make you happier? In order to do more of that that's going to give you more time with your kids? Where I'm at right now is exactly that. What things can I do to buy my time back so I can spend more time with my kids, so I can invest more time in my business, giving more podcasts, signing up more of my clients to do strategies for, signing up more of my clients to do my coaching and my consultancy, preparing more of my workshops so I can help more people, which in turn means that I can make more money in that time, which in turn means I can give more to my kids, which in turn means I can spend a day like this by the water, doing a beautiful walk, which means I can spend a day going away, having a day off. I can spend the weekend going out with my kids without thinking about work. I can take my kids on holidays every time it's school holidays. So think about your future, and I speak to some people that go, I don't want to make that much money. Okay, what does it mean if you make too much money? What does that mean to you? What does it mean to make double the amount that you're making now? Whether you're in a job or you're in a company, what does that mean if you make more than what you're making now? How can that change your life? Or does that make you feel uncomfortable? That if you make too much money, then what does that mean? That means you're greedy, or that means you're not a good person if you're too rich. Or that means you can spend more time with your kids. You can create opportunities that maybe you never had. You can create experiences that you maybe never had. Create experiences for yourself, for your family, for your kids. You can set your kids up for their life. I think every day that when I was, I'm nearly 35, I had to think how old I was then. When I was 24 buying my first house, 24, 23, buying my first house, I spent $317,000 at a property in Blacktown, Western Sydney. Now, to me, we're going to find that. You have to go 5 hours out of Sydney to even get something like that. So I think about when my kids are older, and my kids at the moment, are under 7, when they're older, how are they going to afford to buy a house? Where would they buy it? Will they even be anywhere near Sydney? Or will they end up being moved out because, 5 hours away in order to afford a house? So I think about now, what can I teach them now for them to understand and learn as much as they can? But what can I do to add as much to them so when they are my age, they already know how to get into property. They already have investment properties. I've already set them up with things that they can do that's going to help build their wealth. So what we have control over now can change our future. And it comes back down to time equals money. Look at your whole lifestyle. I'm taking this a bit more out of property, but look at your whole lifestyle. Where is there things that you spend all your time cooking and cleaning, when if you did it this way or this way, that could impact it? And I'm not saying everyone should. I have a very different mentality and a very different lifestyle than I used to, in terms of I don't cook every day, I don't clean every day. I've got cleaners. Sometimes I do some cleaning, but I've got people that I pay, because the time of me doing it, the way I'm so detailed in it, I will spend a whole day just cleaning my house when I would pay a cleaner 2 hours to do it. Where I could go and make another 2 workshops, I could help another 5 clients. So I look at time equals money. However, I also spend time going, well, sometimes I love just a good day just to clean my house and it's therapeutic, but on a regular basis, no. I also don't cook regularly. I do a big cook up once a month, once every 6 weeks, and that might take me 3-4 hours. I do a big barbecue cook up. That's purely one reason, because I don't have time to cook every single day, and I want to have less in my mind to think about. I want to spend more time with my kids, more time doing the things I love, and more time building my business and helping my clients. So if I've got to spend 2 hours every night organising dinners and this and this and this, that could be another 2 hours I could have worked on my business. That could have been another gym session that's helping with my fitness, and that's what I love. That's part of my lifestyle. So really taking this concept into every part of your life and seeing how can you really take this time equals money across different things. Now, if you've earned a fixed income, you may have limits to that. You may not be able to go get a cleaner. You may not be able to, you may be better to take time off and manage your reno than to pay someone 15 grand to go project manage when you will not make that in that month. So it's understanding your position. If you're in a business, you've got more capacity to be able to bring more sales in. So having someone do other things so you can go do those things might be more valuable. When you're in a fixed income, you've got a capacity, you've got a limit. You can only put your money in so many areas, unless you can get to a point of building yourself to get a promotion, to build up to the next level in your job, so you can be able to get more money. That extra $200 a week could mean you could do X, Y, Z. So understanding money, understanding your lifestyle, understanding what you want in life, understanding your time and valuing your time. No one's time is free. No one's time is not valuable, and you can never get time back. So when you spend time doing things that you think, I really shouldn't have done that, I could have really outsourced that and made another $500 doing this. I really could have outsourced that so I could focus on a day with my kids that would have helped me, because they've got expertise in that and I don't. So really think about where you're putting your time in your reno and in your life. What can you do better? What can you learn so you can grow yourself and understand? It's not always about outsourcing everything, but if you can get the right things so you know, well, I want to get into running my own renos, great, but who can you learn off? Who can guide you? Who can help you so you learn the most? Don't try to do things on your own. It's like I've been in business for all my life, various businesses. I've never tried to do things on my own. I did initially, and one of my clients one day said to me, you should get a business coach. He's the guy I use. And I joined a business coach, and I had a business coach for 8 years. I took a short break and I got another business coach. It's all about, if I'm where I am right now, no matter how much I know about business, to get to that level, I need help, because I've never been there before. I've never done that before. I've never got to that part before. So when you're at this level, to this level, there's different things to think about. There's different concepts. There's different ways you spend your time. Again, time equals money. You start changing the tasks that you do, because at that level, you can't do those things in order to make that type of money, in order to have the time to get that type of thing happening. It's the same with your reno. You'll get to this point, but then you need to get to that point. How are you going to make more money? How are you going to learn more? How are you going to get that done? What are you going to do? There's different levels of this. But this is why, guys, I want to make sure I can give you guys the most I can. So I've just recently decided, I've got the workshops in the background that you guys will be launching very soon. But I want to also give you guys the opportunity just to be able to have a one-to-one with me. So if you're planning your reno and you're like, look, I'm just a bit stuck, I just want some guidance for a couple hours, we can plan some online consulting. So you'll have a Zoom call with me directly, and you'll be able to send me all your data, and I'll be able to guide you over a course of a 2-hour session one-off, or over a regular coaching session through the course of your reno. So I'm not doing the design for you, you're doing it, but I will guide you to how to do it, how to best manage your trades, how to source them. We will do step by step. I'll walk you through it. You do the work, but I'll guide you. So it's very different to my refurb to invest company, where we do the strategy for our clients and we take care of the whole thing. So if you're wanting something just completely done for you, then you need to jump to that one. But if you're wanting just someone to help guide, to make sure you're on track, the few $100, whatever it is, I'll launch it shortly, but the cost of doing that will far outweigh the time you'll save, the money you'll save doing it correctly, and the budget blowouts, and the money, if it's too long, the money that you'll be wasting during that project on rental, on sale, all of that. So it is so valuable to help you get more out of your reno. It is crazy not to even jump on this. So guys, that's it from me. I hope this helps you get a really good in-depth understanding of the concept of time equals money. This is something that I have on my board and I learned from my coach many years ago, and I think about it all the time. What am I doing on a minute-by-minute basis, on an hour-by-hour basis that I could delegate, that would save me time so I could put more time into doing that, that's going to help me make more money, that's going to help me get me do things I love doing, that's going to help me get the life that I want, that's going to help me have more time with my kids. Now, I want to finish with this. I've spent years working, years building my business, years doing renos, where I've then not been with my kids, and it's taken me that to build my company where it is now, but also to realize then how much I want to be with my kids. They're only one age once. You only get one chance to go through today. You only get one chance to go through tomorrow. You can't go back in time. We don't have any time portals, unfortunately, although my son talks about time machines all the time. So make the most of it right now. Make the most of 2023. Make the most of February. Make the most of March, April. Make the most of each day, each hour. How can you get more out of your life, more out of your reno, more out of your property, more out of everything, so you can build a better future, so you can do more for your kids. If you don't have kids, think about when you get the kids, when you've got kids, how the life you want. Do you want to be able to take them to school every day? Do you want to have them in daycare because you're working 24/7? What is it that you want to do, and how can you make the most out of your life right now, no matter what age you're at? If you're young, don't think when I get older. Right now, how can you already be ahead than everyone else that is your age? Guys, I could keep talking all day. Love you and leave you. Peace and love to all of you. Happy renovating.